So Dana White has recently come out and said the quote that you can actually see on screen. There's no reason for me to read it out because obviously YouTube has its own algorithm, and if you're caught swearing and such like that, it can demonetize the video. But you can see what's written on the screen, and in my opinion, I think it shows it shows what I've been saying all along. I think there's a very good chance that Conor McGregor's going to get a title shot before Islam Makhachev. The reason is because of the massive draw that he is. At this point, I think it's fair to say, especially since the UFC has become a publicly traded company and is on the New York Stock Exchange, I think it's fair to say that the UFC is no longer a sport, it's a business. I mean, in terms of the way they treat their fighters, in terms of them not getting paid what they're worth, in terms of certain fighters getting title shots and getting preferential treatment over other fighters, like this is a very good case of this. I mean, like for example, Tony Ferguson had to go through 12 fights and he could not get a title shot, yet Michael Chandler gets one win over Dan Hooker, and then all of a sudden he's fighting for a title against Charles Oliveira. Conor McGregor is coming off 3-4 losses on the bounce against Khabib and twice against Dustin Poirier, and also you can count a loss against Mayweather too. He's only had one win in the last 5 years, which was against Cowboy Cerrone, and he's already getting another title. He might get a crack at the title, while Islam Makhachev is on a 10-fight win streak, and not only did he beat a fighter that allowed him to get a title shot, allowed Michael Chandler to get a title shot in Dan Hooker, he's also in a position where he's got 9 more victories against respected opposition, yet he has to fight Beneil Dariush again just so that Conor McGregor can get his title shot. I mean, it's clearly not fair. But the fact is, I think this shows that the UFC, it's not a sport, it's a business. Like it's got the look of a sport. Don't get it twisted. They do sometimes give fair treatment, and they do give us fights that we want. A lot of times we do get fights that we want to see, but a lot of times there's also skullduggery like this. I mean, it's fair to say that this is what the sport has become. I mean, it's not a sport anymore, it's a business. I mean, it's clear to see this now. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing anyone can tell me that doesn't prove that this is a fact. You can clearly see it there. I mean, in terms of Dana White's bias for certain fighters, the fact that he does stuff like this, like he gives certain fighters preferential treatment, the Dana White privilege. I mean, it's clear to see that there's certain fighters that get treated better from this so-called sport than other fighters because they're more marketable. If it was a pure meritocracy, if it was purely about your ability and skill, then there's no way that Conor McGregor will get a title shot before Islam Makhachev, especially in the lightweight division. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen probably. I mean, it's probably a very, very strong chance that this is what's going to happen. So you lot tell me what you think about this. Do you think it's fair for the fighters? Do you think it's unfair? Do you think the UFC is more of a business, or do you think it's more of a sport? What do you think it is? Tell me below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.